So hello everyone, Grosey here, welcome back. Today we've got another episode of the Unhuntables podcast series with Christopher.
Hello.
My voice got a bit froggy then.
I was it Christopher? Who's
Yeah,
Christopher? Our
Christopher.
special guest, Christopher.
You just get a frog in your throat like that. Anyway, we're looking through 20p coins whilst talking about coin related topics in a sort of podcast style. Look in the description if you want to see what 20p's we're looking for, and then obviously we'll see what we find in the bag at the end. But yeah, I haven't really got too much to talk about, so we'll kind of just have a bit of a chit chat and see what happens. But the one thing I was going to say that sort of resurfaced itself when I was having a bit of a clear out of some stuff was I found, not to rub it in, my reply from the Treasury.
Oh my goodness, here we go again. Oh gosh, we were supposed to do something for that, Grosey.
We
We're
were.
looking
That's
Team
what
GB.
I was going to bring that up, but I figured that where I'm away next week.
Yeah.
So this is being recorded.
We'll do it in a fortnight's time, the next Unhuntables.
Yes, we will. I can't even remember what we're going to write it for.
We want the Team GB 50p in circulation.
Oh, of course. Yeah, right. I forgot about that. Yeah, that makes sense. But anyway, I was reading the reply that I got about just us wanting coins to be put in circulation, etc. You still not had a reply back?
No.
That's terrible.
I know. Outrageous.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But I was rereading it, and one thing that caught my eye that I don't know how I've really missed it before, but they said on there that once a given coin, so say for example there's 5 million, say there's 5 million Atlantic salmon 50p's, if they release 500,000 of those, when more demand for 50p's is there, they will continue to release all of the same design first before moving on to the next one.
Okay.
Which I thought was quite interesting. So, for example, the 2020 shields that we've started to see, I reckon that means their whole mintage figure of 2020 shields has come out then. Because otherwise they wouldn't have done the salmons, if that makes sense.
But the problem is, so again, what I've gleaned from bits of information is that there was an initial tranche of 500,000 that were put out into circulation. This is where this 500,000 number has come from. It's not
Right.
That is the mintage figure. The first 500,000 of the 5 million have been put in circulation. So whether they were fast tracked into circulation via post offices, I'm not 100% sure if that is actually the case, but may well be. So they might have been starting to push out the 2020 shields, and then these 500,000 have been fast tracked in.
Right.
So it's interesting though what you've said, because that does make it seem like they do go out. Well, I don't know, because I'm trying to think, because we're still seeing. Well, we were still seeing lots of new seeming 2015 Navy centenaries going out, and with Great Fire of London. So I'm not sure.
What would have been a clever idea of me was to have the letter here, but it's in the other room, and I can read it out properly. But
But it is interesting as to what the process is for coins going out. Is it just a first in, first out, or is it whether they just pick a box, they go, oh, we need to get £1 million of 50p's, well, there is X amount of boxes, that makes 1 million, send those boxes out? Or is it literally the first things that were minted are the first ones that go out of the long store?
Yeah. Well, as I said,
barring obviously these post office fast track releases.
It seems like they've all been post office fast track releases at the moment, to be fair. All the coins that have come out.
Maybe that's because there are so many of these shield sats in the long store waiting to go out that they're like, oh, it's going to take forever for this amount of 50p's to be put into circulation, so we'll put the first tranche of them out. But talking about those Atlantic salmons, it's still crazy the money that they're going for.
I know. Are they like £10 each or something?
Yeah, it's bonkers.
Yeah,
for a coin that we seem to have had confirmation will have a mintage of 5 million, but not only that, because it's a definitive, it will get minted in subsequent years, and it'll be just like the shields. Yeah. In fact, the 2017 shield was practically 5 times more, 5 times scarcer with a lower mintage, and that they sell for what, a couple of pounds at a push?
Yeah, maybe £1.50 or so. Yeah.
But again, as we discussed in my video, it's not always about the return on what you've spent. It's the enjoyment of having it. So there might be people that are quite happy to spend £10 on this coin just to have one in their collection now. rather than wait.
Of course. Or could that also have to do with the fact that it's not got a privy mark, and so those who would usually not even bother with circulation,
Oh, maybe, yeah.
the fact that if
They
they
might
want,
just Yeah, I get what you mean. They
Yeah.
would normally just buy the BU stuff, and that's fine. But the circulating stuff is different.
that's right. Yeah, the same with the coronation, but we haven't seen the same sort of demand for the coronation 50p yet.
That's true.
Without the crown on, so
Or the Platinum Jubilee, because the BU ones all had the alternative obverse, didn't they?
I think there was one of the BUs did have the normal obverse on, so yeah.
Okay, maybe that's not was quite the case then.
But
No,
certainly,
what all I hope is that the people spending £10 a pop or the hundreds of pounds on the sealed bags aren't doing that still thinking there's only going to be 500,000 of them, because I think you'll be very upset when the mintage does actually come out.
Could you imagine buying a sealed bag for £100 and then mintage figures come out and it's 5 million, and then they go down to being worth £15?
Again, it all boils down to are you buying as an investment, or are you buying it to add into your collection? You could be quite satisfied, I guess, spending £200 on a sealed bag of stuff that ends up being very common. It's as long as you're happy with it, that's all that matters. But
I'd be devastated if that happened to me, though. Yeah. But on the other hand, imagine if the mintage figure does get capped at 500,000.
Oh yeah, then all these people will be laughing at us, the same as we're sort of. We're not really laughing at those kind of the people that are spending that kind of money.
No, we're sort of just laughing at what hypothetically could happen.
Yeah, exactly. I think there are definitely people who are laughing at those people, but I wouldn't want to laugh at anyone for whatever they collect. You can collect what you want. You can spend your money on what you want, as long as you are enjoying the coins. That's the main thing. But it's not something I would be willing to part with that much money for.
Yeah, that's right. To be fair, I think they are very difficult to find, because I've only ever found one of them on my live stream last week.
I've yet to find one. When did this go in status? In November?
End of November, early December, something like that. Yeah.
I've still not found one. I can't believe it.
I know. I found one, so they're definitely out there. Keep looking, but they are hard to find. So I think that's maybe where, the premiums are being commanded so high.
Yeah, and again, if it's correct that this was just 500,000 was the initial tranche that's been circulated, it might be some time until the rest of the 5 million come out into our change. So we might be waiting years to be able to find them more commonplace. But and again, I guess they would retain their. Oh, I've clicked on something. My apologies. I was moving my hands when I hit my mouse and pressed a button. But what was I saying? It might be a couple of years until we start seeing this. So they might even hold this kind of value. Even though it may be temporarily for a longer period.
Yeah, no, definitely.
But again, interestingly, I've seen no one else finding any of the other new definitive standard coins.
That's a good point. Yeah,
so,
I haven't seen any.
So, like we saw at the Royal Mint the last time we went, they were minting 2024 2p pieces.
Yeah.
Which means that so we know they've minted some in 2023. We do know that. So there is still demand for more. So where are all these 2p's going? What's happening?
I think they must still be in the long store, to be fair, mustn't they? I reckon, as I said before, we'll see the 5p first, I reckon. And I've got good reason.
And his theories. See, I'm tempted to say that I think the 2p will be the next one that we see, purely because if they have minted some in 2023 and now at the start of the year they are minting more in 2024, that says to me that there's already demand for extra.
Yeah, that's true. But
we'll find out at the end of the month when we do go to the Royal Mint experience and see what they have been minting or what they are minting. If it's the 5p's, then we might have a bit of a race on our hands, Grosey.
That's right. That could be the new team 2p or team 5p.
I don't know. I think there's always like a ranking system with the you don't want to be on team penny, do you? Like, you want to be on team £2. You want to be the highest.
No, but I think of those two, let's do it. Let's start that little competition then. I miss having the little competitions. So
we used to have competitions because we didn't know mintage figures, not even indicative mintage figures ahead of the final mintage figures coming out. We've been spoiled by the Royal Mint to a certain extent by them pre-announcing an estimated maximum mintage, but we didn't previously know that, so we used to have compete as to what the lowest mintage was going to be for the year. So I guess we could the race to the next definitive. Obviously, the 50p's out there, they don't count. You can't join Team 50p.
Not necessarily who finds the first one, but yeah, whether
Which ones become more
which
commonplace
denomination
first?
do we think we'll see someone find first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did suddenly think, what denomination would you like to see rather than what do you think you will see? But the 2p is the one I would like to see. So I'm going to stick with on Team 2p.
Yeah. I'd quite like to see the new pound out and about, because you do get quite a few pound coins and self-checkout machines and change, etc. But yeah, I still think the 5p will be the first one we see next. So yeah, I'm going to stick with Team 5p.
Okay.
Even though I hate 5p's.
Oh yeah, exactly that. You if you do find your first 5p, then you won't be able to moan about not liking 5p's.
Definitely, yeah. But and then the reason I say that is because we've already seen 2022 5p's, so we know they're kind of up to date with their backlog. So the next ones out will be these ones.
But like I said, they're already minting 2024 2p's. There's not enough. They need more already.
Well,
unless I'm totally misreading this, and it was a case of they ordered 10 million 2p's in 2023, and they only managed to do 5 million before the end of the year. So they've done another 5 million of last year's order this year, basically.
Yeah, that could be the case as well.
Hopefully not. Hopefully it's just a case of, we've already sent out all our 2p's.
But we need
more 2p's.
We saw the bags of them, didn't we? And we tried to guess how many were there. How many did we guess? Like 360,000?
No, it was 700 and something.
Or maybe double that, so 720,000.
Yeah, obviously rough guesstimates. That we were guessing if they were full bags, like we would get a £20 bag from the bank.
Yeah.
If they were all £20 bags, how many are in a stack? How many stacks are there? And it was about 700. Was it 750,000 coins?
Yeah, something like that. We were trying
in that region.
Have a guess.
Obviously, that is just a snapshot of that day. There may have been many more in previous days or in the following days, but it was kind of cool because they were working on a Sunday, not minting coins but packaging coins, which it hasn't been the case for some time. In fact, normally on a Sunday you've been able to go out onto into the actual coin press room outside from the glass to sort of have a supervised look around there. So because they were working, obviously we didn't get to go do that.
That's right. I think, and they usually show you, a couple of the blanks that they might have been striking during the week or whatever. So, yeah, it's always fun to go at the weekend. To be fair, cool. And then with this Team GB letter, we'll get something drafted for next week. Then, shall we?
We definitely will. Yes, it totally disappeared out of the back of my head, so I'll put it into the show notes so that it reminds me.
Yeah, and then we'll promote that on both our channels for the next couple of weeks. And,
and this isn't. We don't think. It's not a case of we think we can change the opinion. It's just why not add a voice into a conversation about it, because we both really like this Team GB50p and think it'd be really upsetting for it not to get put into circulation.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, having said that, I haven't seen anywhere confirmed that it isn't going into circulation. Whereas,
no, but again, if they do announce this isn't going to be circulating, we've already lost the battle's already lost. There's no point.
Yeah, or is it though? I mean, it's never too late to change the mind.
I guess not. But I just feel like I don't think we can actually change an opinion. But even if we can catch the eye of someone who has some sort of decision, maybe they will go, oh, actually, I did get.
Yeah.
I got 100 letters about this. Maybe we will do them then.
Yeah, or maybe
I don't want people to think. I don't want people to think I'm sat here in my chair going, "I am the king of coins and I can make things happen." I totally don't think that.
If all else fails, at least you might get a reply this time.
Oh, shut up! If I don't get a reply to this one, I will go down.
You're going to drive to London.
I won't drive to London. I've drive. I've driven to London once.
You're going to turn up at the Treasury.
Yeah, I will, with my placard. I am Christopher Collegs. Why are you ignoring me?
This is my badge.
I'll get a new badge.
I'm the king of coins. Yeah.
No, it won't be that. It won't be that. You can't ignore me if I'm here in person.
Oh, dear me. Right, on that happy note, right, let's get back to the 5p's then and see what we managed to find. Right then, a couple of bits and bobs in terms of territories. We've got a jersey from 2012. and also an Isle of Man from 2008, which is not too bad at all. So we will take those. A couple of other bits and bobs, 3 2008s, but they're sort of low minted, but not particularly. Really nice shiny 2003, which I will be putting in a date one of mine. So yeah, that's really, really nice, isn't it? Look at that. And then just some other sort of shiny ones from some other years as well. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Go and check out Christopher's video as well, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.